Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and I've got to say, you're aging like a fine wine. I can tell you moisturize. Old things are always cool, they are distinguished. That's what I tell myself in the mirror some mornings. But truly, vintage gear has always been highly sought after in musical gearhead communities. And the prices just forbid most people from owning a real, say, 1962 Jazzmaster or a real 1950 whatever Telecaster. So Fender thought about that and said, let's release some guitars to vintage specifications. And with that, they have their American Vintage 2 series. Sweetwater graciously sent me this guitar in exchange for a review. Big thanks to Sweetwater. You can probably understand, if you notice the name of the channel, why I was interested in this. I have loved Jazzmaster since I saw Elvis Costello for the first time. And obviously this is not his signature Jazzmaster that's hanging up just off the screen. But I am really excited to demo this for you. I know it's been out for a little bit. You've probably read some things about it. I'm here to tell you what my experience is personally. I know a lot of people have had very different experiences, but let's go ahead and get some playing in. I will do middle neck bridge, then rhythm circuit in that order every time, so I don't have to talk as much. If you don't like it when I talk, and I don't like editing. How's that sound? All right, I will also be playing this through some effects, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, let's go. All right, obviously that's all of the pickup settings completely clean. I am playing through the Benson Mixwave plugin, affiliate link to that in video description, and I'm also using their Tall Bird reverb, but you can hear this just sounds really, really nice clean. Of course, most people don't play Jazzmasters just clean, although they were originally created for, as the name would imply, jazz musicians. Pretty fun fact that I'm sure you've never heard before. This is one of the first Jazzmasters I've gotten, one of the first new Jazzmasters I've gotten in a while, I should say, that actually has a standard rhythm circuit. And the rhythm circuit, you saw me toggle between the neck pickup and the rhythm circuit. It's a little bit darker than the neck pickup. Some people like it, some people don't. If you don't like it, it makes a great kill switch. You just turn the volume down. Well, that's the tone. You turn the volume down. Fantastic solutions. I actually knew a guy who did that. He's in a band called Honcho Poncho. Great band. So, made for jazz players, I play a very small amount of jazz. I say coyly. And so let's see how that sounds, and I'll rotate through the pickup positions again. So close on that last one there. I think Jazzmasters are also really great for country, especially in that bridge position. Let's just play through all of those positions. I'm going to do it without compression, and then I'm going to do it with. All right. Again, middle neck bridge rhythm. Sounded pretty good. Let's try it with compression. I bet it sounds better. I love Jazzmasters. I think they're really versatile and underrated. But let's talk about this one specifically, because that's what you're here for. You want to hear what's good, what's bad, and what could be improved upon. I am sure. I'm going to mute this, and then I'll play some more if you're interested. So firstly, let's talk about the looks. This is a handsome guitar. The other two colors have a matching headstock. The burst does not. I find that the paint job on this to be quite good, quite appealing. As far as the finish goes, no real major flaws, though I do know someone who's shipped with kind of a significant amount of dings, especially in the upper headstock area. It was frankly surprising to see. As far as the aesthetics go, the only beef I have is there is a little bit of finish on the binding at the top there. You're not going to be able to see that. And another thing that doesn't photograph very well, there's just a little imperfection right there. But as far as the quality control on the looks of this guitar, very, very good. Again, just two extremely small things that you'd have to be looking really, really hard to notice. I haven't found myself noticing these issues, if you can even call them that, these imperfections. So that's great. Let's talk about the frets. I find them to be very comfortable. I think the fretboard is really nice. It did ship to me bone dry, obviously an easy fix. Just oiled it up. As far as the frets go, they're crowned enough to my liking. I've heard other people say they wish they were crowned more. I don't personally have a problem with the crowning. I think it's not very flat at all, but again, I have heard people talk about the crowning on others maybe not being so great, but the fret edges, very, very nice. As far as the electronics, I know like Ryan Burke from 60 Cycle Hum had an issue where he took the pick guard off and some of the leads fell apart. I did take the pick guard off of this. I had to, I basically had to take the strings off to take the plastic off the pick guard. Nothing fell apart for me. However, I did notice that when I picked up this guitar and I got it, I gave it a shake, there was some loose solder in there. Again, I got this from Sweetwater, and I know that they shake the guitars, so this must have happened after Sweetwater put this through their inspection, because I know that they would have caught that. But, you know, they do shake it, so things get loose, things kind of fall apart sometimes. Hopefully not. But it was, again, just a very easy fix. I took the guitar, pick guard off of the guitar, found that little rogue piece of solder, which was exceptionally tiny, and threw it away. So really no issues there. The tuning machines, fantastic. The bridge, you know, it sure is a vintage bridge. I did have to raise the action on it a little bit after I got it, but that was, you know, personal preference. The sound, fantastic. I really love how this guitar sounds. I love how it feels. I love how it plays. It feels and plays to me like a very expensive instrument. I definitely put it up there with the Amp Pro 2, which is a very, very different guitar. The American Professional 2 series Jazzmaster I have. Very different guitar, completely different circuit here. Definitely a contemporary take on a Jazzmaster, so there's just going to be different things about it. You know, I had an AVRI Jazzmaster 62, AVRI Jazzmaster, which is why I brought up that year earlier. This reminds me of that, but definitely nicer in a few ways. I feel like it plays a little bit better. I like the neck on it a lot more. When I first got it, I wasn't sure if it was like that much better than the AVRI, but the more I play it and think back on that guitar, which I ultimately traded, I do like this better. I'm bonding with it really well. I changed the pickups in the AVRI. I don't really think I want to change the pickups in this. I think they sound really great. And frankly, this is like such just a looks thing. I love the block inlays. I just do. I think they look classy. I'm a big fan. But let me answer the question anyone who's seen another video on this guitar is wondering. And they might be wondering because I'm not using the trim arm, the vibrato arm, the wiggle stick, whatever you call it. It wasn't the right size. I think Sweetwater thought it was the right size because it does go in up to the first notch. I don't have it handy, unfortunately, but the trim arm is notched and it goes to the first notch, but then it's sitting extremely high off of the guitar to the point where you cannot hold the trim arm and play it at the same time. You can get a replacement tremolo arm for $12, which is like what, 1% of the cost, 0.5% of the cost of this guitar, 5%? I don't know. I'm doing math in my head, guys. I need to divide I think it's 5%. But that's not what you want to see. I really hope Fender figures that one out. In the meantime, I'm sure I could just talk to my rep at Sweetwater and get the correct size one, and I'm sure you could probably do the same. But all in all, I think this is a really, really nice guitar. I have gigged with this guitar. I've practiced with it. It held up. It did really well. It felt great. It wasn't too heavy. It's really not that heavy at all. So I'm having a blast with this. So let's go ahead and play it some more. I've got the Cattle and Bread Tribute lined up. For the Tribute, I am boosting kind of the low end there. I thought that would be fun. I forgot to add, this guitar was shipped very like perfectly intonated. So. Yeah, you can really hear how much darker that rhythm circuit is. I love it so much. Turn the compressor on. Oh, I love that. Alright, now let's play it with some distortion. This is the Fender MTG Tube Distortion. Rhythm circuit is underrated. Justice for the rhythm circuit. Alright, I'm gonna put on some boost. Well, there you go. That is my look and discussion on the American Vintage 2 Jazzmaster. All in all, I have been having a blast with this guitar. You are going to see it a lot in my videos. I have a sneaky suspicion that you will. But, you know, again, I really want them to figure out the thing with the tremolo arm. That's kind of the biggest issue right now for me personally. I want to make sure there's like consistency across the board. The little things I can definitely forgive and forget, not bothered by. I just think it's a very lovely instrument. And so thanks again to Sweetwater. If you're interested in trying out the American Vintage 2 series or anything else in the world, please consider using the Sweetwater affiliate link in the video description. I will be linking to the pedals played as well as the Benson Chimera Mixwave plugin, because you heard that here too. Well, to everybody out there, thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Tell your favorite brands about us. And until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.